telling you right now,
That guy's not real.
that motherfucker is no real. Hey guys, welcome back to the Millennial Mind podcast. I am back with my friend Ron Edwards with Big Feet Creations. He was on vacation for a little bit, but he's back now.
Yeah, I was a vacationing fool.
Vacation, yeah. This one was your wife's, you said 30th.
40th high school reunion.
40th high school reunion. So
she held her basketball scoring. She held her high school's basketball scoring record for 30 years. It was only recently.
It finally just broke. Someone finally broke it like 10 years ago.
But that was after they put the 3-point shots in. She did it 2 points at a time. So.
Oh, so they had an advantage.
Yeah.
And she's tall too, because you're 6'9".
Yep, and she's 6'2".
6'2". She's taller than me.
Yep.
So wait a minute, is she? She is. I stand next to her. I never really noticed that, but man, that's crazy.
I had to look long and hard to find her. But there she was, just standing over everybody.
And you were like, that's the one. That's the one right there.
I actually found her at a holiday party for Tall Clubs International. Did you know they had clubs for tall people?
Diversity. And that was back in the day.
Well, they still have that.
Oh, do they still have them?
Those, yeah.
Oh, well, either way, man, no matter what, welcome back. And first segment we want to get into today is the Ukraine war with Russia.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, so I'm happy. Let me tell you why I'm happy. I'm happy because 3 years ago, all of the Gen Z that decided to vote for Biden because mean tweets were bad thing, and we got to get Orange Man bad out of office. Those same idiots that voted for Biden in 2020, guess what?
They're pay the price.
You're about to pay the price because they were saying, no, it's not confirmed, but this is what I read. And even a lot of other podcasters talked about it. They're about to start the draft between 18 years old to 27, 28 years old.
Makes sense. I mean, we might be in a war with China and Russia before long, the way that things are going.
Hey, and I'm not going back. I did my time. I got retired out, got hurt. I ain't going back. But, I mean, look at the draft. How are they going to do this? Because literally, like, they're all overweight. I mean, dude, I meet 25-year-old, 24-year-old kids that are double my size, you know. And the only reason why I was big, last year was my back surgery. God couldn't. I couldn't work out, couldn't do stuff like that. But now I'm back to my normal size. So they might even call me back because they're going to be like, hey, man, look, we got all these like young kids, but they're all overweight. They're fat, obese. They can't even hold out 4 pounds for 30 seconds. And they get their feelings hurt because we call them that.
Well, and can you imagine how much of a headache it's going to be for the drill sergeants trying to remember all the pronouns?
You said that last time. Oh my God. Yo, I'm crying. No way. Oh, I would love to be a fly on the wall inside Marine Corps boot camp with these kids that are 23, 24 years old and the pronoun thing. I would love to just be that fly on the wall right up there, and it just, oh man, they would get massively murdered.
Well, and the way the Pentagon is, who knows? They might force the drill sergeants to learn the pronouns. We've got what is that thing that's in charge of the military right now? He, she, it.
I don't know what the hell that is. That was
some fat trans thing. I don't even want to say his name.
I don't know who.
Certainly not going to.
I know the picture. I know the picture. I just don't know who you're talking about.
Levain.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're about to pay the price, man. And I tell you what, I'm just sitting back, eating my popcorn, getting ready. because I mean, I know the generation for me, the millennials, I mean, we were going in because that's 2001 when that happened, so we wanted to fight for our country. Now, all they do is talk shit about our country, burn our flags and all this stuff. And when it comes to the government, we don't care about your politics. You're still going to war.
Well, there might be a really big advantage to having the trans guys and the cross dressers. Might be a really big advantage to having them on the front line, because when the enemy is rolling on the ground laughing, we can kill them, right? So if they're laughing at our troops, that gives us the opportunity to shoot them.
Oh,
See, it's like,
well,
look at that guy.
I don't even know how that's going to work out, how they're going to even do any type of squad based. I mean, it's going to be terrible. I mean, I really don't know how they're going to do it.
And how do they separate the barracks? You got the she barracks, the he barracks, the they them barracks. So, and you got to have separate barracks for each pronoun.
I can promise you in the Marines, I can guarantee none of them are going to give two shits, and they are going to just get dude. Our own drill instructors are going to be murdering these kids. It's just going to be it's going to be the worst 3 months of hell for these kids if they go into the Marine Corps. I know that for a fact, because even though they still kind of do a little bit politics craps in the Marine Corps, I have talked to some kids that were like 21, 22 and asked them about like their boot camp experience.
Yeah.
And they were saying they still got hit. They still got thrown around in the showers. They still got beaten up in the stalls. Everything like that. What we went through. I mean, I had my 2 knocked back teeth back here. I had them knocked out.
Oh, wow.
On the tile.
That's no fun.
Yeah. I didn't know about it until and it goes, and like, back half of my teeth gone.
I'll tell you though, if I was a stand-up comedian, I could do a whole 45-minute segment on all this stuff right now. This is rich stuff for any comedian out there.
Oh man, they would love it. They would love it. I hope Dave Chappelle, if you're watching this, man, there you go. We got a segment for you. Just like crack down on him. It'd be just hilarious to see a comedian. Oh, you know what? Matt Rife doesn't mind doing all that. He's straight up. He's gangsta. And he's like the young crowd too, man. That's what we need more of. But like I was saying before, I was interviewing some of those like younger kids, like the 21, 22, 23.
Yeah.
And they're sick and tired of the older Gen Z, the 29, 28, 27 Gen Z. Because those are the crybabies. Those were the ones that were crybaby when Obama was, president from 08 to 14 or 15, whatever.
Yeah, I kind of want to try and forget that
timeline
history.
Yeah, man, and sure, and he went more into war, bombing kids and stuff.
It's interesting how Democrat presidents like to get us into war, and Rhino Republican presidents also like to get us into war.
George Bush,
George Bush,
senior and junior, both of them.
So you have to have somebody like Trump in there that wants to get us out of war, and it's actually wanting to pull troops out. But that's not very popular because he sends out mean tweets and he says mean things about people. So we can't have somebody like that in office, even though he doesn't want us in war.
I don't necessarily say they're mean if it's the truth. Well, I mean, truth. What would Biden say? Believe truth over facts.
CNNBC, truth over facts. That's
what Biden said. That's what he said.
And that's the way it is. Their truth over actual facts.
Yes.
He didn't misspeak on that one. He misspeaks a lot, but he didn't misspeak on that one.
So, okay, I got it. So it was their truth over facts. And you can push that middle button. There we go. That thing happens every once in a while, but we'll turn it back on. Let it cool down. I don't want that noise in the background.
He does misspeak. I mean, he was at the Grand Canyon just recently and said that the Grand Canyon was one of the 9 wonders of the world. So
yeah, we're gonna listen to that right here. You sent that to me. I want to hear it. I want to see what this is, real quick. Hold on. Oh,
got to
get past the commercial ads real quick, guys. We're sorry. So this 20 seconds.
No national treasure. None that is grander than the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon, one of the Earth's 9 wonders, wonders of the world.
No way.
Now, I know about 7 wonders. I'm not sure about the other 2. I don't know where those are. Maybe it's a wonder that...
He literally said the 9 wonders of the world. I mean, me growing up my 38 years, I've always heard the seventh wonder of the world or something like that, right?
The Hanging Gardens, the Grand Canyon. I don't know what they all are, but I know that.
I know there's 7.
Yeah.
God, bro, they're laughing at us, man.
Yep.
Oh my God. And what was this other one that you sent to me? It's like, we just have to demonstrate we'll take not what?
Oh, was that the Biden talking?
Yeah.
He was talking about how even if Trump is elected, they're going to do their best to keep him out of office. It's
so no
to keep him from taking power.
So no democratic process is what he's trying to say?
Well, they've already taken the democratic process away because they're trying to put him in jail so he can't run.
Yeah.
They charged him with 80 different charges. It's like 400 years in jail that they're trying to nail him with.
But it's all conspiracy charges.
It's all conspiracy charges. It's all the same charge reworded in different ways. They're idiots.
But that's true. But what, 5 years ago, they were calling us that was saying, hey, this is happening, conspiracy theorists, and it's not correct. Right? But now in that form, now it says conspiracy to blank, conspiracy to like everything, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and throw that back onto them and say, hey, remember 5 years ago, y'all were talking about conspiracy. This wasn't true. Conspiracy, that wasn't true. It's all a conspiracy. Nothing's true. Now, okay, y'all are charging him with all this stuff that says conspiracy. That means it's not true.
Interference in an election process. Oh, okay. Well, wasn't it... was it Trump that had them counting the pregnant chads and ballots and stuff in Florida? No. That was Al Gore.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Democrat, but that's okay because he's a Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hillary decided she wasn't going to accept the outcome of the election when she ran against Trump, and went on and on about how she got cheated and whatever. It's okay for them to do it.
Yeah,
they do all the same things, and then they try and nail Trump for stuff that's not even illegal.
Oh, man. I think a lot of people are waking up. I would say the 49%, because I know above 50% of America did not vote for Biden. I know that for a fact, dude. Everyone that I ran into said they didn't vote for Biden.
Well, they said he got 81 million votes. I doubt that he got 20 million votes. Seriously.
Now, if you add up, Trump got what, 75 million or 78, 77?
Well, the ones that they didn't shred or take away from him, yeah.
Right, like 77, I think.
77 million, I think that sounds about right.
Okay, so 77 plus 81 was at 149 something million. Okay, there's only at that time 330 million people in the United States. So you're saying over half of that voted? The numbers doesn't make sense because of the kids that can't vote.
Right.
Right. It just doesn't make any sense. The numbers don't line up with the votes.
We've never had that many people show up for a presidential election ever.
Yeah. It just doesn't make sense, though.
Look at the footage of the people that showed up to the Joe Biden rallies. I mean, and I
could count them on a hand.
They social distance the cars that people were in, right? Compared to every single Trump rally that happened, every single Trump rally was so packed they couldn't get everybody into the venue.
Nope.
I went to the one here in Dallas, and there were more people outside of the stadium than actually got in.
Jeez.
So
I didn't go.
Twice as many people as fit into the stadium.
Trump needs to talk with Jerry Jones and have a rally inside AT&T Stadium, because you're talking 90,000 seats. Now that's seats.
He would fill it up.
I guarantee you that fool will have at least 130K people in that stadium. I mean, a Dallas Cowboy game has almost 100,000 people every Sunday. I mean, can you imagine if he did? Yo, Trump, get on the phone with Jerry Jones, throw that damn rally this coming up year, bro. I promise I'll buy a ticket and I'll go. I'll be boots on the ground with the Millennial Mind podcast, talking with people. That would be an epic thing to do. You go? Hell yeah.
But he's still having rallies. He's having rallies talking about his indictments and everything. He's still packing out places. Everybody wants to come see him.
Mm-hmm. And did you see they were sitting there saying that supposedly he jumped bail? Nothing was even set for bail, man. These people are, bro, they're so stupid. You see these news anchors, it's like, bro, how zombified can you be? Now, look.
It's Trump derangement syndrome.
I'm gonna be real. If I was a news anchor and I was reading the teleprompter, I mean, I have a teleprompter, but if I was reading that teleprompter, you know how uncomfortable I would be reading something that wasn't true because of like my integrity that I have? I couldn't do it. I would be fired. And then what I would do is I'd start making TikToks and saying it's bias, it's this, it's that, and I would blast the shit out of every single one of them.
We don't have news anymore. We have indoctrination. So you have the nightly indoctrination instead of the nightly news. You know, it's all opinion. If you want to know what the truth, listen to the news and believe the opposite, because everything out of these people's mouths is a lie.
And back to my point was, yeah, I talked to these young kids, man, and all these kids, they are waking up. Mm-hmm. I mean, even people that are like, yeah, I voted for Biden, but I'm not doing it, because they see the damage that's going on in our country, the inflation, and now the war, and how, I mean,
and the flood of illegals.
That too.
Why are you going to trust somebody to abide by the law who breaks the law by coming here in the first place? They don't respect our laws.
Nope.
They don't respect our country. They don't want to speak our language. They just want to take advantage of us.
Oh, I run into them all the time. And whenever they start talking Spanish to me, it's like, I understand half of what they're saying because, like, okay, so my family's from Spain, right? So you're talking more proper Spanish, which is, put that into proper English, how England people talk, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have USA talk, which, you know, we have a lot of slurs, a lot of slang, stuff like that, right?
We didn't have the proper accent.
That's right. But now Mexican is the same way.
Right.
So when they come across, they have this slang talk. And I'll give y'all an example. So this was a couple of years ago. I was going to a gas station and I went to go buy something, whatever. And the guy, he was talking about, he gave me the total. I was like, oh, okay. And then I gave him the money and he says, dame la feria. And I looked at him, I said, what? He goes, dame la feria. And it's real, dame means like, give me.
Okay.
Right? And I didn't know what the hell feria was. I was like, what the hell is feria? And I was like, what? And he goes, the change, the money. I was like, oh, dinero. And he goes, well, sí, yeah, dinero y feria. And I said, the fuck? I said, hell no. I said, no, I didn't know what the hell that was. So I went home and I went to my mom and I was like, Mom, and like I said, this was years ago. And I said, Mom, have you ever heard of feria? And she goes, oh yeah, that's like slang for money. Or, and her boyfriend is from Mexico. And he was talking to me. He goes, oh yeah, it's like the change. It's like a slang, like, and you know how like
bread or
exactly, like, yeah, dough, bread, cash money, the Benjamin is slang like that for the change. And I was like, bro, so I run into a lot of complications on speaking Spanish like that because of the language barrier and stuff. Because my mom, she'll talk to me, but it's very articulate, proper Spanish.
Gotcha.
And even her and her boyfriend, when they first got together years ago, I mean, even they had a language barrier. Mm-hmm. And my mom is fluent in Spanish, fluent. And even he didn't understand what she was saying. And it was proper.
Uh-huh.
Like, come over here and sit down, right? versus how he would say it was like, get here, sit. It's very short, cut off. Their language is very short and very cut off. That's why they talk really fast because it's real short and cut off. Whereas if you listen to a Spaniard talk, it's precise, it's proper, and it's just like, you know, very like not slow, but at a monotone.
Well, if you study music or if you study singing, one of the Romance languages is Spanish, but it's Spain Spanish, not Mexican Spanish.
Correct.
I mean, it's a very beautiful language, and it's really nice in songs.
Very true. What was that other one that you sent me that was pretty funny? What about oh, you know, I want to get on
Okay.
UFOs.
UFOs.
I want to get the UFO segment out. What do you think? So we have this crazy lady a month ago. I'm telling you right now,
That guy's not real.
that motherfucker is no real. So we have her go off.
Bizarre. That was bizarre.
And not but less than a month, all of a sudden, we have confirmed aliens are real. Now, why do you think all of a sudden the government is coming out and saying UFOs, aliens, they're all real and stuff? You know what, Americans?
Exactly
We'll be like, and inflation's out the damn roof. Are they going to pay our mortgage? Like, we don't care. We already knew. You make tons of movies about them. You make tons of documentaries, tons of I saw an alien stuff, sci-fi channels, all this crap for years. Roswell in New Mexico. And then now you're like, well, yeah, we're confirming the real. Y'all confirmed they were real a long time ago.
Yeah.
And they're expected to see. Americans are not shocked.
The reason it's all coming out now is because the big guy was getting payoffs through Hunter, and Hunter's heroin showed up in the White House, and
Cocaine.
It's the cocaine, yeah, drugs, whatever. I don't know drugs from diddly, but it's all trying to distract us from the big screw up that's ruling the White House. He's not a public servant. He's a demigod or something.
Isn't it funny? They're giving Hunter Biden a little slap on the wrist for all this crap.
Bad boy.
But then they're like, oh, Trump, here's 80 charges of conspiracy. What?
We need to charge him for tearing the tag off his mattress and put him away for 50 years for that.
And then another one was conspiracy to do something with documents. But even Joe Rogan was like, he got red pilled. Joe Rogan's getting red pilled big time because he goes, Joe Biden, when he was vice president, has so many documents sitting in his Corvette garage, just sitting there.
But it was protected by his Corvette.
Yeah, but
secure because
Trump had him inside of a vault in his house in Mar-a-Lago, and now that's terrible. Like, what is going on?
And Biden's number is up to like 1,500 boxes of classified documents that he took as the vice president. He does not have the power to declassify documents.
Nope.
So these are actually illegal because they're not declassified, and he didn't have the right to take them from where they were. He's got them in multiple locations. Well, because they all wouldn't fit in his garage with his Corvette.
Oh, yeah. Well, I saw the video when he was pulling out. There's another video of him doing that, and like you saw him all right there on the wall. I mean, it looked like at least 20 boxes that was there stacked up like by fours and leaning over. You saw documents hanging out, just literally.
Well, and Hunter's bringing around his business partner and the Chinese people he's doing business with, and they're right there in the same house where these classified documents aren't secured.
None of it's secured.
No.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't know what to do about that.
Well, there's not much we can do except for talk about it and make people aware.
Yeah, make people aware and wake up. And, this coming election, man, like, what do you have to lose if you vote for Trump now that you know what Biden's capable of? Now you know He doesn't care about the American people. And screw Mike Pence. That dude is a rhino down to the core. And I knew that from the beginning. I couldn't believe Trump put him as vice president. Like, bro, what are you doing? He is such a paid off rhino.
Well, he's a politician.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
But either way, you know, it's like, what do y'all have to lose now voting for Trump? You see where we're at in this economy. You see gas prices here in Texas, where we have the biggest oil in the United States. We are at $3.55 for unleaded. That is unheard of. I don't know, you're older than I am. How in all these years in Texas, has it ever gone that high?
oh yeah, but only under Joe Biden. And
previous.
Obama, it went up. It was
$3.55?
it was almost $4 a gallon under Obama for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
When was that? I don't remember that. What is it? Let me see.
Well, under the Obama administration, it
Man, I can't
jumped
remember
up.
that.
Then Trump brought it down to under $2 a gallon.
186. I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
celebration. Let's go on a road trip.
Okay, so my STI has to take premium, right?
Mhm.
Has to take premium. I remember when I had it with Trump, it was $1.86 unleaded, and it was $2.01 for premium. I remember a 13-gallon tank. I remember it was like $35 to fill up my car. You know how much it is now for a 13-gallon tank for premium? Bro, almost $60. Almost $6. It has doubled since Biden came in.
I think year before last, it got to the point where I had to pay $80 to fill up my truck. But it's come down from that.
I filled up my truck just the other day, 82. And that's 25 gallons. And my truck takes unleaded. Yeah, unleaded. My car takes premium because of the turbo.
I think I have, I think my tank is like 20 or 25 gallons. The most.
Yeah, mine is 25
Yeah.
too.
It's probably the same.
And it literally was $79.92.
Yeah.
To fill it all the way up. So what do you guys have to lose this coming up year to get this idiot out of office and put Trump back in there and see where it goes? What do you have to lose? You've already voted for this. And now we're all suffering. So now vote the other way, see what we get. It can't be any worse. It can't get any worse.
And you saw all the businesses coming back from overseas here to come back and set up business here in the United States again under Trump. You saw all the jobs. In fact, there were so many jobs, we didn't have enough people to fill the jobs.
Yes, I remember that because when I was in the oil field at that time, we were down. We had so much work, and we didn't have enough bodies to fill the rig to get the work done because the supply was so demanding for oil and gas because gas was $1.80.
And those are high-paying jobs.
Oh, yeah. In the oil field, oh, dude, I was making $120K easy.
Yeah.
12 hours a day.
I mean, risking cutting off a finger or something, but yeah.
That's why there's safety briefs and stuff. But I was solids
It's a dangerous job, but that's why it pays so much.
I mean, I was doing solids control, so it wasn't nothing I was on the rig, but I was what they called the backyard. And I did the solids control, and I just recycled the mud that they were drilling with rock and stuff. So, I mean, I was still on the rig, but it wasn't I wasn't a derrick hand or a rig hand, up there doing the crazy stuff, the heavy stuff, But either way, I mean, I still threw my back out doing all that because the hoses and everything like that. And that's how I hurt my back, was doing the hoses. And then a leak came about, and we had to shovel all this mud and stuff and the gravel out of there because OSHA, and it just tweaked it, and it was done. I was done for.
When I was a kid, we'd go over to the oil pad, and we'd fill up styrofoam cups with the liquid nitrogen and play with that, dip flowers and stuff, and it was a lot of fun.
My gosh.
Well, they let us.
Did they really? Oh man, I don't know if you can get away with that now.
They turned the hose on for it, or they turned the spigot on for us. And we had to do it in the styrofoam cup though, just for the insulation.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would eat through everything else, wouldn't it? Or freeze it. It would freeze a cup, right? A plastic cup.
freeze it, but I mean, it was still, you could still use it. It was fun.
Oh,
Throw it in the water and watch it all smoke, dance across the top.
oh, guess what? So did you hear about Obama's girlfriend talking about he like told her he wanted to like have intimate sex with men and stuff like that? Did you hear about that?
I didn't hear about that. I heard about his brother tweeting out that he was gay.
Oh yeah, and then it got taken down.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up with that, Elon? I thought you were for free speech, bro.
Yeah. There's been a lot of news stuff out there about Obama being gay. I don't know. I don't know the guy, so I
I
haven't.
mean, he has to be. I mean, look at Michael. I mean,
Michelle. Yeah.
Michelle. That's a dude. There's a dude playing another dude. Tropic Thunder. Have you watched it yet?
Yeah, years ago.
Oh man, you got to watch it, dude.
So I watched it years ago. Yeah,
That was so fun. I love that movie, man.
and they complain about, my black friends complain about people in blackface, and here's Robert Downey Jr. on there in blackface, the whole movie pretty much.
Oh man. Oh, so Deadpool news. He'll be here mid-September. You're gonna interview him.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah,
Serious?
yeah.
Cool.
Deadpool will be here. You're gonna interview him.
How'd you swing that? That's pretty cool.
We'll talk about that afterwards. Yeah, we'll talk about it afterwards.
I've liked Ryan Reynolds ever since Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place.
Man, he was like 16 at that age.
Yeah.
Or 16 in that movie, wasn't he?
A TV show, yeah.
Or TV show, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty young, and then
He had the blonde hair. The bowl cut blonde hair.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I'm a big fan of Ryan Reynolds. Like, that was my wife. She's like, she would tell me, she's like, you'd probably cheat on me with him. I was like, yep. And she just looks at me like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, I'm not gay, but. No, I'm just.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
Okay. So
yeah.
So I'm excited about that. That's
yeah. We'll have him here, man, and gonna be talking, doing some stuff.
Maybe you can hook me up with some of his cell phones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, so his first movie was actually a big movie was Van Wilder.
Yeah.
That was his first. That's what kind of gave him his big break, was that movie.
Van Wilder. He's done some really good serious stuff too.
Yeah. My wife's favorite movie with him is the Amityville Horror. I think it was the Amityville Horror that yeah.
Huh. I didn't realize it.
Yeah,
I didn't see
the remake one. It was like 03 or 04. And then he was in Blade 3. Oh man, he was funny.
Blade 3. Yeah, he was. He was funny.
So a true fact on Blade 3 and that, right? Mm-hmm. So this is a true fact. So he went to the director, and the director was telling him like, hey man, this is the character. He's real goofy. He's real smart aleck. And Ryan Reynolds, he's like, oh, so he's kind of like the Deadpool character. And the director was like, no, he's not Deadpool. He's like this. Ryan's like, okay. So what he did was Ryan actually grabbed Deadpool comics on set when in his trailer was reading them, and he would hide them inside, I think he said inside the bathroom where the toilet paper was at. He would roll it up so it would look like a rolled toilet paper. And then he would go take a shit, and then he would read the comics to get into that character. And then he would go on set and start filming, and he loved it. And they come to find out after everything was released and out, he told the director what he had did. And the director was like pissed off because he told him not to be Deadpool in there. And he did like Deadpool. That's why you see him like acting like that. Yeah, that's a true fact. I was reading about that, and that was funny. And then his first time, and then what movie? When I saw that, I remember back in the day, I was like, man, he would make an awesome Deadpool. Like, his character,
not the X-Men Deadpool though.
No, well, whenever he showed up in Wolverine Origins, I said, no way he's playing it. I said, he has to be Wade Wilson. And then whenever I heard Stryker call him Wade, I was like, oh my God. But then they fucked that up. Yeah, messed him up with the mouth and gave him all these powers. And
bizarre.
it is an origins story. It really wasn't like
So it was
true to the comics, you know?
it was a different dimension.
Yeah,
So
multiverse.
I like how he came in and killed that character.
Oh, and the
in
Deadpool
in
2?
credits.
That was hilarious.
After the credits.
Yeah.
It was funny.
And then, yeah, man, after that, it was, and they leaked that test footage of Deadpool back in 2013.
Okay.
Did you see about that?
I don't think, no.
No? Okay, so he went to the Fox executives around 2010, right after X-Men Origin Wolverine, right? And because everyone loved him as Wade Wilson, he was trying to press on Fox, saying, hey, let's make Deadpool. Let's make Deadpool. And he used his own money to make this test footage, 3D, like movie test footage, kind of like a Toy Story animation, right? But it was Deadpool. And he voiced over that and everything. They had the test footage. It was like, I think like a minute and 30 seconds long. Well, he showed it to Fox. They denied it. They're like, oh, no, that's never going to work, blah, 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 blah. Well, someone leaked that test footage out on YouTube. Blew up. I mean, that thing had, I think in one day, I think it hit like 10 million views.
Wow.
And just skyrocketed. And everyone was like, oh my God, you're making a Deadpool movie. And then now Fox had to make a Deadpool movie. And they had the script ready. They already had everything ready. Ryan Reynolds and the first director had everything ready for Deadpool. And so they brought it to Fox, and Fox was like, yeah, you're probably going to make a lot of money doing this, blah, blah, blah. But that was the most grossed R-rated movie opening of all time.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of fun. They're dusting off Hugh Jackman and bringing in Wolverine again. So
he's going to play like 5 different Wolverines.
And all of them are going to be too tall.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah.
Okay. He's revamped the character. Yeah, everybody sees Hugh Jackman as Wolverine and not the short guy in the comics anymore.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just own the character.
Yeah. And they actually showed more video got not leaked. They pretty much like put it out, more video of them fighting. And it shows like, it looked like, I guess Wolverine chopped off one of Deadpool's limbs because he had this, like his leg piece in his hand. And he threw the leg piece, and then you saw, of course, Deadpool like get pushed into the building and like get thrown into this like concrete brick wall or something like that. So I think they're keeping it to where, because Wolverine cuts off a lot of Deadpool's limbs and then he regrows them.
Right.
So I'm thinking in the timeline that Deadpool was at, normally it takes him a long time to grow his limbs back. And I think in this multiverse timeline, because it's different, he can grow his limbs back faster and heal just as fast as Wolverine. And it shows them doing this fight sequence over and over. And then finally, they're kind of just sitting down on this, like on the sand, all bloodied up, and Wolverine's covered in sand. And I think that scene, like they kind of realize, or Wolverine realizes like he can't kill him. So it looks like they're just kind of talking. And Wolverine kind of throws his hands up like, man, I'm still not going to help you. And you see, Deadpool like, man, whatever. Like, we're never going to get out of here. Like, I mean, it was a really, really good take scene. I mean, it shows him the iconic Wolverine coming back behind him, stabbing him in his back, and then like lifting him up and throwing him over his shoulders. I mean, that was a really cool scene that they're showing.
They need to find a way to bring Nathan Fillion into it.
Nathan who?
Nathan Fillion?
What is that?
He was the other guy in Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Oh no. Okay, he was the boyfriend of the girl. He's also
Man, it's been a long time since that was.
Firefly. He was the captain in Firefly.
Firefly. I don't think I ever saw that movie.
He's.
I don't think
it was a one season. It was a whole season on TV, and everybody got mad that they didn't continue it. Let's see. And they did a Serenity movie based on that.
Okay, I saw Serenity.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw Serenity.
So, and then he's also the star of The Rookie, which is a cop show in
Okay.
California.
Okay.
And I don't know. I'm surprised you don't know who Nathan Fillion. He's a really good buddy.
Man,
With Ryan Reynolds. They're like best buddies.
I can guarantee you if I saw a picture of him, I'd probably know who it is.
Yeah.
You saw a picture. Nathan
Fillion. Yeah.
Nathan Fillion. Now you got me.
Captain Malcolm Reynolds.
All right, now we're gonna have to look this up because now I'm like,
Oh, you'd know him instantly.
All right, hold on.
While you're doing that, who do you think would be a good running mate for Trump?
Oh, okay, I see him. Gotcha. Yeah, I know him now. Oh yeah, the Rookie, Firefly. Oh, he was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Serenity. Yeah, I remember seeing that. He was in Uncharted and Suicide Squad. Oh, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite actors. He's just laid back and easygoing and fun.
Okay, so next segment you said, who would I think a good running mate for Trump, vice president?
Yeah.
Candace Owens.
Okay. I like Candace Owens. I think she would be good. I also like Vivek Ramaswamy. His last name is.
Oh yeah, the Indian guy, right?
Indian guy.
Yeah.
I think if he would drop out as a presidential candidate and go on, he's got all the really good ideas like Trump does. Wants to do away with the FBI and the CIA and the education, the Department of Education and all those. He wants to just eliminate them.
Didn't he beat out he's above DeSantis now for points, isn't he?
If he's not, he should be.
I think he is, because when DeSantis passed that law, now we'll get on that, but when DeSantis passed that law of the illegal thing, I think that was really messed up. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I guess not.
Okay.
I should.
So DeSantis was number two under Trump as far as right now president.
17%.
Yeah, he was number 2. So this is what had happened. Now I like DeSantis. I do. I really, really like him.
I like him as governor.
I like him as governor. But I also think everyone deserves an opportunity. And what I mean by that is I'm not for the illegal immigration. I'm not. I'm really not. But you know what? They're already here, right? So what he did was sign this bill that if you are illegal, automatically deported. So what had happened was a lot of them fled Florida and came over here to Texas, because now what that caused was a massive business structure just collapsed. Roofing, concrete. Now their streets aren't getting built and stuff like that. A lot of people that had storm damage down there from a couple of the storms, like none of their roofs got done. So what I would have done, and I think this would have been a better thing to do, what I would have done was said, look, you have to the end of the year to file for legal citizenship. 5 months. That's more than enough time. If you don't, then you get deported. Because, they're already there. Like, they're there, helping out, doing stuff, not doing crazy things. Now, also, background checks. If one comes back, background check crazy or something, get them out. Like, don't get them out. Even if they're living honest life or whatever, I think, that should have been like, okay, see ya.
I think, and this might not be the most popular view, but I think that if you break the law by coming into this country illegally, you shouldn't be able to apply for citizenship.
I agree with that, but I think
you've already broken the law.
Yeah. These people that are over there right now, they've already been here for years and years and years and years. Like, they kind of have like a stable stuff kind of, right? So if that would have happened, now you're losing. It crashed their entire like housing market, because they left. Those people, the illegals, just went ahead and left because they don't have any contracts for rent, no contracts for leases, right? That destroyed those businesses. Now those businesses, I think I read, or my cousin told me, because she lives in Orlando.
Right.
She was saying in her apartment complex, they are thinking of raising their rent because they had almost half of illegals leave.
Wow.
Do you see what I'm saying? It kind of killed the structure of business, right? And now the legal citizens, United States, now we're suffering because these people don't understand how, like, they can't really do that, but they can. I think it's wrong for them to do that, to now punish U.S. citizens because these illegals left. And they have no obligation. How does that fair? How is it that these illegals can leave and have no obligation, and now these U.S. citizens are suffering the punishment? But if you did that as a U.S. citizen, what goes on your credit, now you have collections, now you have, whatever on your background. And now you probably can't even get another apartment because you have this here. But illegals are just like, yeah, whatever. That's the problem I have. So what he should have done was said, look, you have this amount. That would have gave business owners a little bit of time to say, okay, hey, we need to prepare if this happens to us on how we're going to mitigate losing 1, 2, 3, X amount of residents in our business. And hopefully not have our other residents suffer from that. So maybe not to the end of the year. Okay, 4 months. Maybe 90 days. 90 days. File for it. Get a background check. If you don't have it or you can't, get out.
File for a green
card. Yeah,
green card instead of citizenship.
Oh, green card first. Yeah. Green card first, and then...
I don't think they should be able to file for citizenship.
Green card first for working, and then... a year, 2 years with
as long as they stay productive, as long as they don't break the law,
correct,
they can stay, but only on a green card.
Yeah, green card.
Because I don't want them voting,
but
I don't want them getting Social Security and Medicare and all that stuff. They don't, that's our money. That's our benefits for being citizens, for being legal citizens.
Yeah, legal citizens.
I think,
but they can apply for that after having a green card for, I think, a year. They can apply.
Yeah, I don't think they, if they break the law to get here, I don't think they should be able to do that. But yeah, but I was reading earlier today that DeSantis had to fire the person who was running his campaign, and I
heard about that.
Else. So
what happened to that?
Well, just because there's been so many screw ups and they're losing so huge to Trump.
They are. Yeah, like I said, that when he did that law, he just shot down in the polls. He went from 17%, like you said, down to like 9.
So I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. And now that Indian guy, he's above him because he's at 12. Well, but he's smart. That dude's smart.
If you listen to some interviews with Vivek, he's amazing. He really is. And if Trump wasn't running, I would vote for Vivek.
Yeah.
But I want Trump back in because he's a proven street fighter.
Very true. He is. Yeah. He needs some balls.
He does not back down.
And I think a lot of people see that now because they see how weak Biden is and how everyone in the world is making fun of us. And when we had Trump, he went in there, he put his foot down, stomped all over everybody. Hey, I'm the United States president. We are number one in this world. Yeah. You're going to treat us as such.
It was America first.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I really, really liked about him. Like, I was skeptical when voting for him in 2016, but I voted for him because I did not want crazy killer Hillary.
Yeah. I actually, in the primaries, I voted for Ben Carson.
Ben Carson's good.
I didn't like Trump. I saw the Trump that everybody claims he is now, the blowhard egotist that only just wants to see his face all over the place and doing TV shows. I didn't take him seriously. And then within a week of him being elected, even before he took office, I saw what he was doing, and he started keeping his promises before he got into office.
True.
It's like, okay, this guy's for real.
Yeah.
This guy's serious. And then he approached it like a businessman instead of a politician where, I promised this, but now we're going to do that. No, he took his promises as a contract. And he started fulfilling all those promises. And he did more in 1 month than most presidents do in 2 terms.
Yeah. Oh,
He's amazing.
just like Biden promised the student loan things.
Right?
How's that working for you? Oh, yeah. I don't know. Didn't he promise? Oh, I promised I'll get rid of student loans. Yeah, how'd that work out? Oh,
Well, if
my
he
friend,
did, it wouldn't work out too well for us.
no, my friend voted for him just because of that. Just because of the student loan thing, he voted for Biden. Now, he's still paying his student loans. As I told him, I said, I said, dude, we're good friends. We're buddies. But how'd that fucking work out for you? And he's, F you, TJ, F you. Hey, man, no. Now you're going to eat those words, bro. I said, eat those words. I said, how is that working out for you? I said, if Trump said he was going to do it, would you vote for Trump? And he just kind of sat there. Well, I said, Trump said he was going to do this, the veteran thing to give us, our medical choice.
Yeah.
Right. And he did it.
Yeah.
And he did it. Not within 1 year of him being in office. He did it.
How many years did Congress screw around talking about doing that and never getting around to doing it?
3 presidents.
Yeah.
Trump
gets in within, within 6 months even.
Yeah. And then, after 1 year, because he got it done in 6 months, and then it went to Congress, Senate, passed. And then that following year in 2017, I remember I got my card, and it was a veteran choice card to where I could choose where I wanted to go see my doctor. I didn't have to go down to Fort Hood anymore, or I didn't have to go to the Dallas VA. I could find a local doctor here and go see it, go see about my hand, etc.
And Biden hasn't managed to take that one away yet, has he?
No, he can't, because it's like solid. It's solid. He can't. Now he can manipulate it, but he hasn't messed with it.
He did everything he could to destroy everything that Trump accomplished.
He tried. Yeah, he tried. But anyways, I told my friend that. I said, well, Trump said he was going to do this for the veterans, and within 1 year I have this. I said, here it is. And I pulled it out and I showed him. I said, there's my card. I said, I said, so if Trump told you, hey, I can find a way to reduce or maybe even get rid of student loans if you vote for me. I said, would you give him a chance? I said, you gave Biden a chance, and he gave you the middle finger. I said, what do you have to lose if you vote for Trump if he offered that? He said, what do you have to lose? And he kind of just sat there and looked at me. And I said, would you vote for him? He goes, yeah, probably.
Well,
I said,
if we weren't sending all of our money to other countries, we could afford to do something like that.
Yeah, student loans could have been wiped out. They could have been wiped out, literally. How many? I don't know. I think it's like, $1 trillion in student loans or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of money in student loans, man. But they're passing all this crap. Like, we can't give $5 billion for a wall, but they're giving $40 billion for Ukraine.
Yeah. Oh, we can't get people off the streets that are homeless, but yeah, we can send money to all the Ukrainian students.
How much have they sent now? Do you know? Because I know you keep up with a lot of that.
I want to know. I don't even want to know.
I think they're at 200 billion or something.
It's insane. And Zelensky knows that he can get all he wants out of Biden because he can blackmail Biden if he doesn't send him money. I mean,
talk about that.
The Bidens were laundering all their money through Ukraine. Well, not all of it, because they laundered it through China and other places too. But Ukraine was a big place to launder their money and make themselves richer and richer. So Zelensky's got all kinds of blackmail stuff that he can use against Biden if Biden doesn't send money.
So now he's using a quid pro quo against Biden, the way Biden used it against him years back.
Yeah.
And that video, whenever he said, fire the dude, son of a bitch, he was fired.
Yeah. I told him we wouldn't give him $1 billion, and yep.
He's gone.
And then they impeach Trump over a phone call?
Man, like I said, a lot of people are waking up. I have interviewed a couple of, younger kids on the street, and they're not putting up with it no more. It's like these 22-year-olds that whenever they were 18 voted for Biden, now they're like, man, screw this guy. Like, we remember in high school when we started driving and gas was, $1.80 or under $2, this and that. And now we're on our own, and our rent's out the roof, food is out the roof, gas is out the roof, everything is out the roof because of this guy.
Yeah.
And you wonder why. Is because he's sending money everywhere else, meaning they have to inflate everything on us.
Yep.
For that money. And see, now these kids, they're understanding that now. They're understanding, holy shit, that's how it works? No, duh. Like, I knew that shit going in at 13, 14 years old in social studies and government. That's how it worked.
Yeah.
These kids are 22, 23. It's like, oh, yeah, we figured out that's finally how it works. I'm like, dude, what are y'all getting taught in these schools? I said, do you know the 3 branches of government? Huh? This is the president, the vice president. I'm like, oh my God, bro. I said, you joking, right? Like, I interviewed a dude and I was asking him this, and he literally said, like, oh, the president, the vice president, and I think the Joint Chiefs.
Then if you asked him what the vice president's name was, he wouldn't have known.
Probably not. I didn't even get that far.
Yeah.
All I said was, what were the 3 branches of government? And he gave me the 3 highest people on, in the White House.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. I was like, but you're voting for Trump. Yeah. I said, okay, you got something going on for you.
So
you got something going on. Maybe not knowledge, but you got something.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thought on the Megan? The head of the women's soccer team that just retired.
I got 2 Megan stories we can wrap up with.
Okay.
I got 2. So first one, we can do the soccer one. I'm glad you lost. You deserve it. Trash ass piece of shit American. That's what you are. And I'm glad you lost.
Barely American.
Barely. I'm glad you lost, Megan. I heard y'all got y'all's asses beat from a high school team. That's what I heard. I saw that they got beat 5-2. You guys suck.
If you look at her laughing after she missed the kick, a lot of people think she threw the game intentionally.
Oh, I can guarantee. Yeah, she did. I can guarantee. Me being a soccer player for many, many years, there's no. Do you know what it takes to miss a goal that far?
I have no idea. I never.
Intentional.
Mm-hmm.
No, intentional. That's how they train you. If you're not within 1 foot of the goal, if you're past that, it is intentional. And that's facts because of how big. Now, the women and the men's goal sizes, same. Doesn't matter World Cup, doesn't matter, Little League, Pee Wee, high school, college, every goal is the same. There's nothing big or smaller. The guys are not smaller and the girls aren't bigger. Nope, it's all the same size. We've always learned, even when I went all the way to high school, and some of the college coaches that I talked to, they always train you, if you are at 1 foot outside of the goal, it's intentional. And that is how they train you and coach you in soccer. She was 5 or 6 feet to the right, above 2 o'clock. She did it intentionally. Guarantee. I know she did. I know she did as a soccer player. I may not be pro, but I know the standards of soccer.
So when you have a team that's supposed to be representing America and the Americans watching the games are rooting for the other countries, there's something screwed up.
Something's wrong. Yeah, and then like even her teammates, their reactions look genuine. They were like, what in the world? Because you want to know why? You want to know her penalty kick percent? 97%. 97 to 98% goals made. Her 2% is within 3 to 8 inches of the goalposts.
I wonder what her bank account looks like now.
Oh yeah, they probably paid her to throw the game or do something because they thought it was gonna spark this, like, no, and it's backfiring on her. It's backfiring, and she's getting so much hate everywhere, as she should.
Yeah,
as she should. Because it was sad. It was a sad day once again under the Biden admin for America. Another sad day. And she's the definition of like crazy left-wing lunatic, woke, the stupid undercut bowl cut with purple or blue hair now. but all she's missing is the black glasses.
Oh, and did you see the video of her standing there with the trophy going, I deserve this.
Yeah.
I deserve it.
No, she don't. What you deserve is all the hate that's coming towards you because you're trash. You're as old as I am. You're trash. She's 37. I'm 38.
Well, so
Trash.
what's the other Megan story? Because I don't like this one.
So, on the last segment, the was it was her name Megan? Oh, I'm sorry, Lizzo.
Oh,
I was thinking Megan the Stallion, but my
Lizzo.
bad.
Eesh.
Lizzo. Did you hear what she was doing?
Making her dancers eat bananas.
Bruh.
That's gross. That is really gross.
So, well, my wife, I didn't even know about this. My wife, because, my wife knows I do the podcast and talk news and stuff like that. So she goes, babe, did you hear about what Lizzo did to her staff, her female staff, not her male, her female staff, right? Come, women, y'all better cancel this bitch. Y'all better do it. All you feminists out there for all the women, women's right. You better cancel this hoe. She had her staff eating bananas out of each other's cooters, bro.
Yep.
And then on top of that, another story was that they were so scared to leave or to go within Lizzo's presence, they would piss themselves so they didn't have to pass her going to the bathroom.
Yep.
So all you feminist women out there women's rights activists, all y'all better get on that page. Y'all better start going to cancel this bitch because she degraded women. Disgusted women. She degraded women. And I hope she gets canceled for this crap. You guys y'all are on a cancel spree for everybody. Go cancel her ass. No one likes that fat girl anyways, man.
So let's end on an up note.
Okay.
Talk about computer AI for a second.
Oh, yeah. We're using a lot of that now.
Yeah. Technology.
Last segment, AI.
Yeah, something Adobe's doing. Last week, when I got home from vacation, I opened Photoshop up and I found a new toy and I'm loving it. And so what they did, they've got generative fill in Photoshop, and that's where you select the section. So now they've added that to the crop tool. Now, the crop tool not only crops in on things, but you can crop out beyond the borders. So now when you crop out beyond the borders, if you have not enough picture on the right or the left or top or bottom or whatever, you can stretch the crop tool out there and it will create imagery that matches the rest of the picture. Oh, and I meant to bring the brochure.
Really?
It's really cool. So the first thing I tried it on, I had a job I needed it on immediately, and it's a brochure for a chiropractor. And in one place on the inside, there's the hand of the chiropractor, or the person in the picture is sticking up from the frame like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I tried it, and Adobe said, or the Photoshop said, this violates Adobe's standards. I'm thinking, why? And so I was going all over the brochure trying to figure out what part was violating, and I got to the hand and it wouldn't do it. So I went to the Adobe website, and they said one of the things that they wouldn't do is anything pornographic. And I'm looking at the hand sticking out going, that's pornographic. So it misinterpreted the hand.
No way.
It misinterpreted the hand.
Serious?
Said it was pornographic.
I'm going to try that.
Funny.
I'm going to crack that.
So, yeah. And then for you, Premiere,
mm-hmm.
they've made it to where you can transcribe your video, all the text or all the audio and the video, all the words, you can
mm-hmm.
transcribe it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can edit the video from the transcription. So you go and click on a word and it'll jump to that place in the timeline. And you can click on a word that you don't want and another word, that whole paragraph or whatever,
mm-hmm.
and say delete, and it'll delete that part on the timeline.
The physical clip.
The physical clip. So you can edit your timeline.
So it's text edit.
Yeah, with text edit. Which makes it really easy to search for.
Yeah. So you know exactly where you're at. instead of going through listening, now you can just go through this is where we're talking about this, and then cut. Okay,
Awesome.
now I'm going to try that here on this. When I'm editing the podcast, I'm going to try that now. Well, but you have to transcribe the entire thing first before you do that.
Yeah. Otherwise, it doesn't know. Well,
Right. Okay.
but that's real easy to do. It's been doing transcription for years.
Wow.
So I've used the transcription before to find things, but now you can edit there.
And another high note. So everyone knows that I stream online or whatever for gaming. I got 2 sponsorships.
Now you didn't tell me
I
about
did.
that.
So I had hit 15,000 followers on my Facebook page. So I did a stream, like a thank you stream for my gaming for all my followers. I literally, so I started making these Fortnite memes that were just funny, and it just blew up. I didn't even know where it came from out of nowhere. So I saw this one. I don't know what the dude's name is, but it was on Instagram. It wasn't on TikTok. I was on Instagram, and I was looking. I was like, oh, man, that's really funny. And I said, but he didn't have, it was just too long. It was like a minute, right? And I was like, okay, it's funny, but it's boring. And the punchlines don't come in until 45, 50 seconds. And I said, what if I take that and do 20 to 25 second reels, but hit punchlines every time and do these funny, crazy zoom in things. And I'll probably throw one on here on the edit just so someone can see what I'm talking about. And so I did. So I made all these funny memes of the guys Daddy chill. And then some other ones of the guy that smacks his mouth as noise. That guy, do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Okay. And then another, just all these memes that were funny, and put them together in this 20 to 25 second clip. Nothing long. And I did that for a month and a half ago. And I literally went from 10K followers. Now, mind you, I've had this Facebook page since 2013. So I have a lot of followers, but they're just not active, or maybe they deleted their Facebook, etc. So I did it. And this past week, I hit 15K in a month and a half, 5,000 followers from these. So I just started pumping them out. I was just, it only took me 30 minutes to edit each one, 30 minutes. Some of the longer ones, 35 seconds, it was, maybe 40 minutes. But I just started doing that, pumping them out. And man, now it's just boom, 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 100. I was showing my son these reels were getting 70K, 67K, 140K, 175K. Wow. They were just going viral like crazy on Facebook. And oh man, it was great. So if y'all are watching this, thank you guys for that. But anyway, so I started streaming. 2 sponsors hit me up and they were like, hey, we would like to sponsor you. So our next podcast, I can bring those in because I'll have the products and I'll have the apparel and the gear. Sweet. And we could sponsor those. And they're giving it to where I can give 10% off discounts to all my followers for everything. Yeah. So next podcast is going to be special. So we'll get that going.
Awesome.
Very fun. But
all right.
Well, I think we're going to end that there, guys.
Yeah, we've been going for a while.
Yeah, I've been going for a long time, but we want to thank you guys again for joining in. And Mr. Ron Edwards with Big Feet Creations, he does graphic design, everything. Let him know, man. Close it out with what you do.
Yeah, look me up on Facebook. Look up Big Feet Creations and check out some of my work. But I do all kinds of graphic design. I've got 35 years of experience. I've been doing this since he was in the crib. So not the hood, the
baby
crib.
bottle.
Yeah, baby bottle. Sucking on a fast spot.
Ain't no way, bro.
Anyway,
that was good. I hope our viewers got that. I got it right off the bat. Oh man, anyway, that's great.
Check me up on Facebook and like my page.
That'd be good. Yeah, get them some followers, guys. Let's go. Thank you guys for joining in. I'm TJ, the host with Millennial Mind Podcast, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.